Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. First of all, yes, I shave. Second of all, like I mentioned yesterday in my last Uta video, we are gonna move on to OP06. So by the time you're watching this video, it's gonna be February 5th, and OP06 releases on March 15th. So we're a little bit more than a month away. So I wanted to start showcasing some of those OP06 decks so that you start getting an idea of what you want to build when OP06 gets released, which by the way, it's not just OP06, but also starter deck 11 that gets released on March 15th. So that's that starter deck with Zoro and Sanji as a dual leader. So that's also why we do play this Mihawk. Sorry, starter deck 12, not 11. 11 was Uta, right? So 12 is a Sanji, the Sanji Zoro leader. So that's why we also play this Mihawk here, which comes with the starter deck 12. But anyways, the first deck that we're going to showcase in OP06 is going to be none other than Green Yellow Yamato. And excuse me that I'm doing this on the Sim deck builder. For whatever reason, the usual One Piece dev.com doesn't have all the Yamato cards in it. So I couldn't like build the deck there and do like the image that I do. But anyways, let's talk about this deck. This leader is a double attack leader, which is kind of crazy. So anytime this leader connects against your opponent's leader, you're dealing 2 damage. Not only that, if that wasn't enough, you have a second ability which lets you add 2 Rested Dawn to any of your characters if your opponent has 2 or 3 or less life, right? This actually matters a lot because it gives you that extra 2k power that you need to just push that last damage that you need. This is the list that I'm running right now, so it's kind of more of a, I guess, Wano Country archetype that I'm playing in this list. So we have like the 4 Isos, the 4 Search and Momos, we have the 4 Okikus here, which this card is actually really crazy, by the way. The 4 Hiyori, the 4 Blocker Momos, the 4 Nekos, right? So a lot of this Wano Country cards, which again kind of lets me give this value for Searcher, but it also works really well with this 5-cost blocker. So if you haven't read this card yet, not only is it a blocker, but when you play this card, you can put one of your Wano type characters to the top or bottom of your life, which means that unfortunately you cannot put another Momo down, right? So you cannot put this here. But if you have a Okiku on the field, if you have a Hiyori on the field, or you have a Neko on the field, you can actually heal while also getting a blocker being developed. And I think this card is one of the reasons why this deck is actually competitive. Like, it actually does so well at giving you those situations where you can both heal as well as develop a blocker. Not only that, but if you didn't notice, Okiku and Neko both have this fancy trigger word on them that says if your opponent is at 3 life or less, you literally can just play these cards. Which means that you can use you can use Momo to put these cards back to your life after you attack with them. And when your opponent attacks into your life, you just get to play them for free again. So it not only does it give you a life, not only does it protect that unit that you attack with, but it also gives you a blocker. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. And that's why Hiyori can also be really clutch sometimes, because sometimes you're able to just get a different life get a different card from your life while being able to put one of these Nekos or Okikus into the top of your life, and then being able to just play Momo after and put the Hiyori to the bottom of your life so that you end up healing 2 cards. Well, you end up still healing 1, but now you know that you have a trigger there that you're going to be able to trigger and be able to attack, right? So that's one of the combos with this deck here, where the Momo and the Okiku and the Neko, right? And then we just have other cards here that are just very powerful. Because our leader has double attack, it's not that difficult for us to get the opponent to 3 life, even if they're a 5 life leader. Because all you need is just 1 attack from Yamato to hit. But you know what's the fun part that wins you most of your games with Yamato? This card right here. Onami is a 2 Dawn card that when you play her, you can give one of your characters or leaders Banish. Banish. So now we can actually give our Yamato leader Banish and be able to not only have double attack, but make sure that those cards go straight to the discard, no trigger activated, no counter to the opponent hand. And honestly, a lot of the games that I win with Yamato, as you'll see in the gameplay in this video later, are because early in the game I'm able to just play this Onami and just attack the opponent. I feel like the only thing about Onami is obviously like if the opponent's playing blockers, that's a little bit awkward. But if you have Sits Dawn and the opponent only has like 4 cards, honestly, play this Onami and attack your leader for 9k with your Yamato. You're either gonna force him to give you all 4 of their cards, or at least 3 of their cards, or you're literally just gonna hit 2 dive into them and also have them banish those cards. It's so much worth it. And you'll be surprised how often that it's at a scenario where you have 6 done and you can just play Onami and attack for 9, how often that actually comes up. So that's one of the most powerful turns that you can do with this deck. And of course, later in the game, as the opponent has less and less cards in their hand, you can also just play Onami on your Yamato and do the same thing again. But Onami can also target characters, so that's why we also play Cracker. Not only is Cracker a card that we can play from our trigger, from our life, but also it's another card that also has double attack. So not only does the opponent have to worry about Yamato, but they also have to worry about the Cracker being able to have double attack into the opponent, right? So this can also be a pretty cool combo with the Onami to the Cracker, especially because if you do have less life than your opponent, then your Cracker already has naturally one extra 1k power, and you can literally go Onami, right? You can go like Onami onto the Cracker and be able to do the Yamato secondary effect to give the Cracker 2 more down and be able to attack with that, right? So that's another one of the combos here with this deck. And then we have some crazy top end, right? I'm not going to touch much on the Iso and the Mihawk or the Satori. These are just 2Ks, right? So this gives us 4, 8, 12, 16 2Ks that we're playing, allowing us to kind of be very defensive. And then we kind of just finish up this deck with our top end. Hody Jones is an absolutely freaking ridiculous card. Absolutely ridiculous. 7 down, you play it, you rest 2 of the opponent's characters. Doesn't matter their cost, their power, nothing. Just straight up, you rest them both. You do have to have 1 life though, right? Because you put the life. I'm actually no, it's not a cost, so you can play this as silver life. Never mind that. But you will, if you do have like life, you will take that card to your hand, right? So you will lose a life when you do this. But honestly, you're only really playing Hody Jones when you're ready to finish the game. So that last card that you draw doesn't really matter, right? So you just rest 2 of your opponent's blockers. This card also has rush. So remember, you can just give 2 down to the Hody Jones, and now you have a 7 down that's attacking for 10, while you can also put the remaining 3 down on your Yamato to be able to attack for 8 and double attack. Or if you play the Zoro the turn before you play Hody, because remember, Zoro is our 9 mana, a 9 down unit that can actually restand itself when attacking, and then also again, so you can attack 3 times. A cute combo is to play this, and then next turn, you play Hody Jones, get rid of any blocker, and because Hody is 7 down, it gives you exactly 3 down left over to be able to restand Zoro 3 times. So then you're attacking with Zoro 9 3 times, and honestly, the opponent cannot do anything about it. So I know I kind of spoke a lot about this deck here. It's a little bit of a longer deck breakdown than what I usually do, but I'm really excited for this deck. Like, I don't know that it's the best deck in the format. Unfortunately, we still have Sakazuki in OP06, and we have Moira, because now we have to deal with like an 8-cost Moira. So I don't think it's the best deck in the format, but it's really fun, and it can be really powerful if the opponent's not ready to play around it. And if you just get the high roll with the Nami, it can be nuts. Again, I'm winning most of my games. If I ever get a Nami and a double attack hit, I'm usually winning that game. So yeah, so enough of the breakdown. The longest I've done. I hope you all enjoy this kind of breakdowns. I know I did that with the Uta deck a few days ago, and now I'm doing it here. I think I'm gonna do that every time that I'm showcasing a leader for the first time. So if you guys like this breakdown, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I appreciate it. So today's matchup, we play an OP06. We have 3 games. We have 1 game against a Gecko Moria, of course, right? We have to start with the best deck of the format. Well, I guess Sakazuki is the best, but that's actually also my very first deck my very first game with this deck, right? So we're gonna see my very first game with Yamato against Moira, and then we have 2 other games following up from that, which I already forgot which ones it was. I think it's one against Katakuri, and it might be one against Luffy, against Purple Luffy. So yeah, hope you enjoy those 3 games. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day, but I am on a work trip this week, so instead of every day, you're gonna see them every other day. So hope you enjoy the games, and I'll see you all later in the video. In this match, we're going against Moira. And it's only fitting that my very first game with Yamato is gonna be against a Gecko Moira. We have 2 Momonosuke searchers. So maybe I'm supposed to keep this. I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that that we don't have anything else, I guess. I guess let's go here first. Let's go here first and we'll get our... I can go Hiyori, or I can go Momonosuke. I can also go Iso, but I think it has to be... I think I like this. I think I like this. And let's force the opponent to give me 2 cards here. Yep, they have to give me 2 cards because already they don't want to take the double attack and go down to 3 life, right? And that's kind of the pressure here. You can continue forcing them to just give you cards out of their hand every turn. And if I can force him to do that every single time, I think I'm chilling. Even if we lose this Momonosuke here, I think that's fine. Opponent might just attack into my life instead. So which one are they gonna play? They're gonna play Hawkback. Okay. And they're gonna put Perona back to their hand. This is not a blocker. Wow. You know, I could just go Onami and just banish. And that, as funny as that will be, okay, so we know they have the Perona, which is a 2k counter. Like, I could literally just go Onami, go for 8, but that's just get punished by double 2k counter. I kind of feel like I want to develop, but I do know that the opponent has all this removal, so maybe we just go for like... Maybe we actually just go for 8 here. Maybe we just go for 8 and force to take 2k counters out of their hand. Yeah, let's just go like this. They take both. We'll go here. Search. And I guess we'll have to... We'll go ahead and play the Kikunojo. The good thing here is that when I play this card, right, if the opponent KOs it, it's not like they have Hand Blaze or Borsalino because we're not playing a Sakasuki. So if they KO the Okiku, it will let me just be able to add another life, right? Not like I need this much life, but still, right? Okay, brand new. They get a Suru. And they go Gecko. And I'm okay taking this hit, right? Yeah, I'm okay taking this hit. Opponent gets another hog back. It is going to get pretty crazy here very quickly. We have 7 down next turn. I do like playing the Okiku and just attacking the opponent for 8. I don't know that I use this. I mean, I guess I could trash the Zoro. Let's use it. You know what? Let's use it. Let's just keep ourselves healthy enough. I do need to go down to 1 life at one point to be able to actually just punish the opponent. But I want to see if the opponent gives me counters here, right? That's a double 2k, which we knew that you had because you had the Suru. And then we play the Okiku here. Knowing that if the opponent KOs the Okiku, we just place the top card of my deck into my life, right? So we go to 5 life. So it's going to be kind of hard for the opponent to really get value from this. I think we give you the Neko, right? I don't think I need to worry about Neko right now. I could also just play the Okiku to the top right of my life and get a blocker. Because this lets me just put any character on the top or bottom of my life. I think it's fine not to take too much damage. Because the opponent's gonna... I mean, the opponent didn't play Moria at this turn, right? But they will be able to later on. We can go for a 2k here. Ooh, wait. Oh, shit. What did I do? What did I do here? Wait, what just happened there? Was that... That was a Sitsuke, right? Am I missing something? Oh, it was the Perona effect. It was the Perona effect, right? Yeah, okay. It was the Perona effect. I was like, what just happened? I was so confused there. I was really confused about what just happened. That was so weird. I do think it's correct to play one of these Okikus to my life. So this will be 5 down. That leaves me with 4, so we can go 7, 7, 7. We could also just kill the Hawk back, but honestly, I think we just go aggressive. I think we just go aggressive and force the opponent to give me cards or take their life. Because eventually I can have this Hody Jones as well, right? We'll go 7 here. I can actually just give the 2 down to the Kiku, by the way. I keep forgetting about Yamato now that the opponent has 2 life or less. I don't have rested down, that's the problem, unless I do this first. Right, so I'll have to do this first, and then I go here, select this, go for 9. Maybe I actually just kill their Sabo here, and just save it for the double attack. Because I can go banish, right? I can go Nami with the banish, and get rid of the 2 cards in one set. Opponent only has 5 cards in their hand. So it's possible that we can get through it. I guess if the opponent has a blocker, there's no way for us to get through it. Which is likely that you're going to just get a blocker. If they play 8 cost Moira, they can do that. They're going to just kill the Momonosuke. Okay, so that's -4. There's the Moira. So then you go Rebecca into Lucy. You have to play the Rebecca, right? I guess you can now go both Rebecca and Lucy. So if you just go in Lucy and you don't have a blocker, you're going to get punished by this banish. And when this Kiko dies, if the opponent attacks into her, I just get another life, right? So they're going to kill the blockers and I guess just try to aggro us down here. Which I guess is fair. You have 5 attacks. Okay. So here's my thought. Opponent has 4 cards, has no blockers. If I give the Yamato banish and I take her to 9, opponent will have to have 3 cards. If I go to 10, 11, we guarantee the banish and the 2 damage. I think we go for 11. I think we go like this. 4, 5, 6. We go 11. This gets rid of both their lives with banish. And then we have a 7k and then we have a 9k, right? So we have a 7k and a 9k to finish the game. So the opponent loses Perona and Demora. Then we go for 7 here. And this is going to force 2 cards, right? And then we go here, give this the 2 down, give the last down, and this is a guarantee 9. So the only punish to that attack would have been if the opponent had exactly 3 2Ks and a 1K. And they only had, looks like they had 2 2Ks, right? They had 2 2Ks and 2 1Ks. So it was close. Opponent could have actually gotten there. But I don't think I can play around them having having 3 2Ks in their hand at that point, right? Like, I think I have to just go for it. And if they have the 3 2Ks and a 1K, then they get there. But they play a lot of cards that are not 2Ks, right? They have the Moiras, they have the Absalom, they have Rebecca, they play Hina, they play Lucy, they have events, right? So I think we have to just take our odds there. And honestly, this was my very first game with Yamato. This combo right here is kind of crazy. This combo right here is kind of crazy when you think about it, right? And also the blocker Momonosuke being able to send back the Okiko to my life, which then gets to just play itself for free. These yellow triggers are getting ridiculous. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Katakuri. I don't actually know how this matchup is supposed to go. I did choose to go second, so I'm going to actually just keep the Momonosuke. And maybe we actually just drop Zoro and just have this triple attack. Like, the opponent cannot deal with this Zoro, can they? I don't think the opponent can deal. I wish I could take the Onami. I wish I could take the Onami, man. That would be so good. Let's go for the Okiku. Let's go for the Okiku. Let's have a card that the opponent cannot actually KO. Because the Okiku, obviously, if she KOs, it just gives me an extra life. We'll have loved to have that Nami instead. Like, we want to see Nami in this matchup, and we just bottom deck 2 of them. You have to kill this Momonosuke, right? Doesn't matter if you're attacking it for 9 or whatever. No, they choose not to. All right, that's an unfortunate draw for us. We'll go like this. That's gonna push a 1K. Unless the opponent just chooses to take the double attack. Okay, no, yeah, that's the 1K. We'll go like this. Where is my Nami? We're being so nice. It's gonna go for 7 again. Kind of don't want to take this, to be honest. Yeah, let's go like this. Maybe I should have kept it because the cracker is putting pressure into them. But whatever. If we go 7, if we go 5, the opponent's gonna just give me a 1K. If I go 7, it's likely that the opponent's gonna give me the blocker. So I think I just go 7 here. I think I like going 7. I think I like going 7 here. Force the opponent to give me the blocker. If they want to give me 2 cards, that's cool with me. And then we go 6 and just play a cracker. That gives me another double attack unit. Opponent gets Perospero. We'll go like this. Yeah, so I can attack with cracker first, eating up 2 cards or eating up a blocker. If the opponent plays 7 cost Big Mom, it's an easy just give them a life. And it also means they cannot kill the Okiku. But again, they probably don't want to kill the Okiku anyways. You're gonna just attack me for 7, right? Yeah, they're just gonna... Let's heal the life. I'm down to use that. I'm down to use that like that. You actually are gonna kill the Okiku. Do I just get the life here again? Oh, wait. I forgot. The opponent doesn't have 3 life or less. That's my mistake. Oh, shoot. I need to read cards. I need to read cards. And even if I did that, you actually would just punish me here. So we can go 2 here. Get the double attack. This is an 8K. Maybe we actually just go for 7. 1 for the Momonosuke. 5 for the other one. So 5. Yeah, let's go for it this way. Let's go 7. And then I guess we can go 6. And the opponent can counter out of the 6. They get Neko. Alright. So the opponent can counter out of the 6, but I do think I value this draw from the Momonosuke. I needed to attack with Cracker first, unfortunately. Just so that... I need to use this first. Let's get the Hiyori. We'll go like this. Ooh, wait a second. Yeah, I cannot select anything. I forgot about that. That's alright. I don't need the life. I need to read cards, right? I need to read cards. This cannot target another Momonosuke. You're gonna attack the blocker? I'll give you the Satori. I do like this Zoro, by the way. Next turn? Yeah, I think I like the Zoro next turn. Force the opponent to have to go for lethal if they want to. If they want to win this game, force them to go for lethal. If they go for the blocker here, they're spending a lot of dun to do that. It's a lot of dun to do that. Is that worth saving? I don't know that it is. I don't know that it is. Again, I think at this point we might just play Zoro. The problem is that the opponent still has 4 attackers, right? If we play Zoro. Okay. We have 2 life. Opponent has 4 attackers. We have a couple of 2Ks in our hand. Opponent should look at my life. I think you look at my life here every time. I would have loved to play that Amaru, but I don't think it's correct. So we go for 6, eat up the 2K. And we just settle for this Zoro. We could always put the Amaru on our life instead. The problem here is that the opponent still keeps... Like, if they play Big Mom next turn, they get rid of the Amaru. We're gonna lose a 2k and something else. I think we just bait out. I think we just bait out the 2k counter here. Play the Zoro and hope that that's enough. You have the Dawn here to just kill us. You have 4 attacks. We do have 3 2ks and a 1k. And we could technically hit another Amaru trigger. We played 4 Amarus. We can also have Onami. We haven't seen a single Nami yet. So the Nami could actually be a big punish. If you don't play 10 cost Big Mom, you're losing to the Zoro next turn. I guess a Beige, right? A Beige kind of punishes the Zoro. A Beige really punishes the Zoro, actually. The 8k attack is a waste of Dawn. We got another 2k. Okay, so we take this. Opponent has 10, 11, which lets me go to 7, 9, 11, 12, and then the 5k just gets punished. Or we just get Amaru and just chill. No. We keep the... we use the Amaru, but we keep the other Amaru, right? Then we go like this, and we go like this. We need to be able to rest their blocker. I need another unit to attack with, right? But I need to be able to rest their blocker if the opponent plays a blocker. They're going to go to 9, and we can counter the 9. I think we take this life. Ah, this is so bad. So this is going to be 9, and we can counter that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So now I know that the opponent, opponent could still have a blocker. This is going to be 9, so we need to keep all my counter. So do we actually play the Satori? I get so punished if the opponent has a Beige, but I don't think I care about a blocker. I care about a Beige. Right? So the Beige punishes me. The blocker, we can just do whatever. Oh. We go for the double attack. Right? So we need to keep 3 down here. If we go for the double attack and the opponent has a Beige and a blocker, if it's exactly a Beige and a blocker, I lose. If it's 2 Beige, I also lose. So 3, we can go to 9, force the cards out of their hand. 9, 10. If I go 10 and it's a Beige but not a blocker, then this will only go to 7, which is easy for the opponent to counter. I think we go 8. I think we go 8. If the opponent counters... This is so hard. Now, let's go 9. Let's go 9. Give me the 3 cards. Alright. If you have it, you have it. You know your whole life, right? Thunderbolt. Not a Beige. So we just go like this. Restand it. Oh my goodness. It was a Thunderbolt to get rid of the Satori. It was just Beige, right? Because Beige means that this cannot attack. So my Zoro wouldn't have done anything. Wow. I wish I could see their hand, but they're putting disconnected, so GG's. In this match, are we going against Luffy? Opponent chose to go first. We'll go second. We have this Momonosuke, but it's so easy for the opponent to attack it. We don't have... Opponent has a lot of blockers, right? So I don't know that the Onami actually matters. I think maybe we want to keep the Onami potentially in our life. So maybe I want to try out this hand. I want to try out this hand and see what happens here. Like, I'm down to just play this Momo here. Try to search. And I guess we'll get for the Okiku. We do have... If the opponent attacks, we're going to have to counter, right? We're going to have to counter. We need to also get the opponent to 3 life for the Okiku value to actually matter. Yeah, we have to counter here because the opponent can have the law. So they can have the law blocker. If they don't play the law blocker, maybe we just force their hand with the double attack. Okay, do we go for 8 or do we actually go for the search? Like, do we actually go all in? I'm down to go for 8. I'm down to go for 8, force 2k counter, two 2k counters out of their hand. Okay, I'm cool with that. I want to get the value here. I guess it does mean that I get punished now by the law though, right? So I guess I'll grab the 2k for now. So if the opponent does have the law, we have exactly 7 cards. So there is an easy law. Yeah, boom, boom. We lose the Mihawk. We lose 4k counter war for value. All right. And the opponent still has a blocker now, so it's the double attack. So maybe it was a mistake, right? Maybe I should have just gone for the full 10. Yeah, maybe I should have just gone for the full 10. Okay. That's some value there. Opponent's at 3 cards. What if we first start by killing these guys? I kind of want to take them to 3 life though, if I can. I do need to be careful not to die. I guess if I go banish, I can just banish right now. And the opponent has 3 attacks, and then we have counter value to be able to stop that. Sure. Sure. Let's go like this. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's commit to it. Opponent, we need to have all 2k count. I mean, 2k counters and a 1k to actually get there. They lose the kid and the poly. So then that lets me go here, and then we can attack for 7 into the ulti. Or do we just go for the page 1 and force the opponent to give me another 2k? If they give me another 2k, I might just be able to win next turn. Let's force them to give me another 2k. Alright, yeah, they don't have it. I feel like they would have saved that, right? So maybe they just don't have anything else. They got a queen blocker though, so that gives them some value. They trash a poly again, so that's their second poly. They can KO this guy. And I think I have to let it happen, and we have to actually defend our life here, right? Yeah, we have to actually defend our life here. What I can do, I can play this Okiku now. Or I can just, I guess I can just go Hiyori, right? So if I go the Hiyori, we can put the Okiku on our life. And we still have 5 done, so we can actually play this blocker. Or we can force the opponent to actually give me the block here. Because the blocker can just get killed. I mean, opponent has 7. There's no way they play Kaido next turn, right? Like, what if we force the block here by going for 8? And then I can go 5 and 8 again? Or do we actually... I think we go 9. I think we go 9. Force the opponent to give me the queen blocker. There's no way you just take this, right? Maybe they choose to. Okay. So by choosing to take that, the opponent puts himself in a situation where they still have to give me the blocker plus a 2k, or they have to give me a 2k and a 1k. We have two 2k values in our hand. When the opponent attacks into my life, we get this. Okay, so they go for 2 cards, right? So again, they have to give me 2 cards, right? They have to give me 2 cards, which is what I expected. If they go for Kaido here, they have 4 attacks, but we can counter out of 2 of them with the 2k counters, so it doesn't matter. And then you only have 4 cards left. I guess with what the Kaido does do is that it gets rid of the Nami, so I have 1 less attacker. Oh, it's just gonna be poly. Well, I guess it does the same thing. But again, the moment that they attack into my life, they're gonna get punished by the Okiku. So now I have the 2 attacks that I need. Okay, I guess I have the 3 attacks that I need. I guess at this point I'm just going for lethal, right? When it has 4 cards and I have 3 attackers, they have 1 blocker. So we can go 9. 9, 9, and 8. That enough? Might not actually be enough. 9, 9, and then 8. Yeah, I don't think it's actually enough because the opponent has the blocker. So like we can go 8 here. It is forcing more than just a Jet Gallon. It has to force 2 cards out of their hand. Oh, the Blast Breath. I did forget about the Blast Breath. Okay, well, I guess if the opponent has it, they have it, right? If the opponent has the 2K, 2K, 1K, they get there. I should have attacked with the 9K first, by the way, instead of the 8K. Because it would have forced the Blast Breath plus another card, and then the 8K would have probably gone through. So they need to have exactly 2 2K counters and a 1K. And it doesn't look like they have it, so we just get to win the game there. A single blocker just wasn't enough. And again, that one turn where we were able to banish 2 other cards was so huge. Getting their hand size to be small, so GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games with Yamato. The Moria game was actually my very first game with Yamato, right? So, and I think you can kind of tell based on some of the things I was doing compared to the other 2 games when we played against Katakuri or when we play against the Luffy. But like, oh man, it feels so good. This feels so good. Like, it's so fun to get this double attack banish in, and it's so crazy how often you're getting that with this Nami and Yamato combo. And oh man, and be able to play the Zoro, I love it. I like this deck. I don't know how good it actually will be, but I just feel like he's so good, right? Unfortunately, I mean, maybe not unfortunately, but most of these cards are OP06, so it's not like you can get a head start and order these cards ahead of time because they haven't been released. But if you don't have Isos, Momos, Crackers, Satoris, and Amarus yet, go ahead and order those because these cards are going to continue to be meta relevant, especially these 3 right here, Cracker, Satori, and Amaru, are going to be played in a lot of yellow decks for the next couple of sets, in my opinion. And as we get EB01 later on, maybe these cards also see more play. But yeah, everything else you're going to just get when OP06 comes out or when the starter deck 12 comes out. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the games today. We're going to have 2 more videos of Yamato coming up over this next week. Again, I am on a work trip right now. I'm recording this, like I literally have my flight in 2 hours. I have my flight in 2 hours, right? So, so yeah, so you guys are gonna get this, and then 2 days from now you get another Yamato video, and then I think on Saturday you get the last one. So if you like our content, be sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy your day.